Welcome back, Truth Seeker. It is Monday, January 12th, 2026, and the latest distraction for the U.S. people who will pay the bill for this is Donald Trump ordering the Department of Justice to look into a criminal probe for Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell. And this happens on January 12th, 112, a news story for the Newsweek cycle. Of course, the Federal Reserve just turned 112 years old, like today is 112, and that 112 number is not arbitrary. It's very important to the Society of Jesus, aka the Jesuits, who operate in 112 countries. And of course, they operate out of the Vatican, which has its own central bank. And of course, banking goes back to the Vatican and their military, the Templars, where the modern day Templars are the Jesuits. And of course, Jerome Powell is Jesuit educated. He went to Georgetown. Remember, the first recognized U.S. president, George Washington, he took office in 1789, a few months after Georgetown was established by John Carroll. Of course, it's the Jesuits who moved the capital to D.C. But anyway, you have Jesuit-educated Jerome Powell now being investigated by Jesuit-educated Donald Trump, who went to Fordham. And look how perfect this is, you guys. Today, January 12th, leaves 353 days left in the year. That's the 71st prime number. Look at the Gematria Federal Reserve, 71. Again, the Templars brought back the knowledge of Kabbalah to the Vatican centuries ago. This practice of coding numbers into words comes from Kabbalah. Everyone knows the term the Cabal. Donald Trump wrote in his book that he learned Kabbalah as a child. Don't think these puppets on the world stage aren't well versed in this, because every single day this is the way the rituals unfold, and it's so sad that people can't wrap their mind around it because they're so programmed. And within their programming, they've been taught to instantly ignore truth and just listen to liars. Sadly, that is a fact. But anyway, 353 days remaining, the 71st prime, Federal Reserve 71. And again, the Society of Jesus, the formal title of the Jesuits, equals 71. Of course, Catholic equals 71 and 35. Jerome Powell's birthday just happens to be the 35th day of the year. Remember what happened to the first Catholic president, number 35? He got killed on I-35. For the record, Jerome Powell also equals 149, which is the 35th prime. Kind of like JFK was born on the 149th day of the year, May 29th. Go figure. Of course, it's always been executed this way the whole time. If you've never seen my work on the establishment of the Federal Reserve, it was very much created in a Jesuit ritual. Goes along with so many other things that are so central to our lives, from the CIA to the FBI to this whole federal government. But yeah, just think about how perfect this is. Right after the Federal Reserve turns 112 years old on 112, the chump is now ordering a criminal investigation, and realize that cost the taxpayers money, and Trump's looking into the 2.5 billion. You got to love that that's the number, right? 2.5 billion. You know what day Jerome Powell was installed as the Federal Reserve Chair? 2.5. Remember, in Gematria, Trump equals 25. The big way, it's also 47, like he is number 47. Banks is 47. This might tinker with the banks. Stock market's a little wobbly today on today's news. And again, that's all the insider trading. These people make money on the way down and on the way up. And these contrived narratives help these inside traders that rule over us. And it's not just Nancy Pelosi people on the right. Again, both of your parties in your government are Jesuit controlled. It's two wings of the same bird, and only the dopes are falling for the political party show. We're trying to pull people's heads out of their asses. It's a form of surgery over here. You guys' heads are so far up your asses, we got to pull out the big pliers to really get it done. And that's what this knowledge is. It's the big pliers to pull your head out of your ass. Every day, all day. This is how they do it. The 2.5 billion renovation. Doesn't that just sound ridiculous? This nation that's way in debt. This guy's supposed to be managing the money. We're spending $2.5 billion on renovations. I mean, it is insane. And again, it's all contrived by the numbers too. You know, Trump 25 returns in 2025. This guy installed on 25. It's all one big joke. Don't forget, Pope equals 25, and that's who the Jesuits serve. They are the military order of the Pope. Don't get me started how Trump got the rigged 312 electoral college votes, and then the Pope died on the 312th day of his age, and then we got the first American Pope from Chicago, the 312 area code, which they just synced up the 18-point comeback with this weekend. Bears 18th playoff win, led by Jerome. They might as well put Jerome Powell out there. It would have been the same script. But yeah, Caleb Williams, number 18, leads the 18-point comeback to get the Bears' 18th postseason win. Now, next week, they'll play on the 18th, exactly 18 weeks after the Pope's birthday, with Caleb Williams going in 17-18 as a starter. And anyway, it's the same people running all your leagues. Porter Lombardi, he was the Jesuit who they offed one day before the 1970 season, and now everybody plays for his trophy. Of course, he died at Georgetown, where Jerome Powell went to school. You got to love that Jerome Powell is also the 16th chair of the Federal Reserve, like the Jesuits were credited in the 16th century, as we get this showdown between him and the chump. But yeah, one more time, 353 days left in the year, 71st prime, Federal Reserve like the Society of Jesus, it's 112. The Federal Reserve just turned 112 years old, and those Jesuits, they operate in 112 countries, and they like these same numbers over and over. For the record, Donald equals 112 like mathematics, like Catholicism. 1 + 1 is 2. Add it up. Letters, numbers, and dates. All day, every day. All right, Truth Seeker. Thanks to everyone who hits the like and the share. No thanks to YouTube, who takes away the likes, shares, and comments after these videos get 200 views. I watch it happen every time. Every video starts out with about 40 likes on the first 100 views, and the next thing you know, it's at 1,000 views, and it's only racked up a few more likes. F you, YouTube. By the way, you guys, Google celebrates its birthday on September 27th, the anniversary of the Jesuits being recognized by the Roman Catholic Church. All big tech. It's all Jesuit. It's what runs this nation. Stop listening to those people that say it's the small hats. They don't own shit. Jesuits, biggest Catholics. Just again, you guys, it's laughable that the whole fake community says it's the small hats. It's the Catholics. We're on their calendar. They own almost all the land in this world. Their churches are everywhere. Didn't you see this? What was the story this weekend? Like the only synagogue in Mississippi burned down. How many Catholic churches do you think are in that state? Come on. Till next time, True Seeker.